You think I'm picking? I'm not. I mean, you might throw away the cake, dude, but the point is. No. You know your experiences are different. I mean.
Yeah, this is. For sure.
The type of life that we live through. You guys have more knowledge than your parents. You have more computer access than many of your parents have the ability to do. And you have access to computers that maybe your parents don't have. Faster ones, quicker ones, and maybe because, here I had my tax accountant said, oh yeah, I got a new phone. My third grader had to show me how to use it. She was pretty sharp. Now he's not cool, because he charged me a lot for my taxes. But the point is, here you got a third grader showing, and kids can do that. No, Dad, you do it this way here. And that's because you guys have the knowledge. And to say you're smarter than your parents, I feel free in saying that too. You're definitely smarter than the senile citizens. But the point is, if you take into consideration that knowledge is one thing, but experience is much more. That's why I recommend all high school kids, and maybe into college kids too, to listen to what their parents say, because just maybe they got enough experience that they can guide you and get you going someplace you don't want to be, you know what I mean? I know these all-night experiences are really good, but maybe you should wait a year or two or three before you get married or have to get married or whatever happens when you have an all-night experience. Make a little humor, but the serious part of it is that it is very, very important. And two, you know, and I'm talking to you guys in here a little bit too. When men get pregnant, you're going to see a lot of changes made. I've never seen that, so therefore we got all these rules. But I'll tell you, you get a man pregnant responsible for a kid, then you're going to see some changes made big time right now. But that isn't going to happen. But what I would say is your schooling is very important, and if you don't charge your parents, if your parents don't have to pay for your freshman, sophomore year, and maybe they save themselves 20 grand a year, or 15 grand a year, or 10 grand a year, folks, will you help me get my master's? Because I guarantee you, how many are going to get your BA degree? Raise your hand. You get your Associate of Arts, and you're going right on to get your BA degree. Good enough. All of you should raise your hand. But I tell you what, if you do get a BA degree, I'd almost give 2 to 1, 3 to 1 odds you will have your master's within 5 to 7 years, maybe 10 years. Because today you can't function. We got people running McDonald's. Yeah, I'm assistant manager. I get $10.50 an hour, and I got a BA degree. Because there aren't the jobs there. With a master's degree, maybe there would be. Right now, you want to be a speech correctionist, you got to have a master's. That would be about 10, 15 years. You want to be an attorney, you almost got to have a doctor's degree. To be a physical therapist, you have to have a master's degree. To be a teacher here, you might get hired with a BA degree, but I'll tell you, you'll have your master's. Most of these people here have their master's because you just have to. Education is that demanding. And the other thing is, too, I will tell you, I'm on a roll here, and I'll shut up and you can get your work done here in a minute, but I want to tell you something.
It's
today, they
almost
just had
10
the paper
minutes.
last week.
Wow.
Our education is down 30%. Our people going into
I don't
college,
know.
35% or 45% of them. I think at Northwestern, maybe as much as 70% of the people going into Northwestern were not up to snuff. They had to take courses to get them there. And what you have to realize, and that's in the last 25 years, whatever, they've gotten rid of modern math, which may have put some people back, but they put the grading system down to, I think, 60 percentile. If you get 60 percentile on a test, I don't think the teacher can fail you. In math. They can in math? Mm-hmm. In that they can? Okay. I had social studies. And anybody got less than 75 when I taught a few years ago, 10, 15. But the point is, in 30 years I taught, anybody get below
Did he do this
75,
too when
for
he taught
me,
15 years
failed.
ago? This was his class.
Now, would I give him an F? No. I just said, you know, not only are you ugly, you're dumber than a stone, but I tell you, dude, you got a D minus. I'm not failing you, you get a D minus. And I said, you are not going to fail my class. And, you know, a kid get a detention because he's failing my class. You can't do that. Listen, when you're bigger than me, you tell me what's going on. Until then, you do what I say. But the point is that serve detention or whatever, and I'd tell a kid what he had to do. Did he have to get an A or a B? I don't care who gets an A or a B. Kid's sharp enough to get an A or a B, that's good. If they don't want to because they want to put their folks, let their folks know what they're running the show, that's fine. But you're going to pass my class. And I don't, I mean, I failed probably a handful of kids in 15 years, but I don't think all of them knew that I wouldn't hit them. I'm going to hit you if you don't get this done. And you know, for some reason, they get it done. Okay. Now, made a little humor here, but let's get to work. This thing, Lord of the Flies 2, 3, 4.